Director expressing confidence that the new policy will go a long way in cracking down on the amount of illegals residing in the Bahamas. I'm C.S. Statterly, and that story is straight ahead.
3 men hauled before the court in connection with that $600,000 drug fine.
Stay tuned for the details straight ahead.
Will sports in the country be affected by the new immigration policy? That story and more coming up in the Bahamas tonight.
Now in HD. ZNS Network presents The Bahamas Tonight. This portion of the news brought to you by BTC Every Day.
228 Haitian nationals are back in Haiti on board the first repatriation flight since the new immigration crackdown. Good evening, I'm Candino Knowles.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Keishla Adderley. Well, the plan going forward calls for at least weekly repatriation flights and, at least in the mind of the immigration director, a new border patrol system to make immigration policies stick. Here's Sieska Adderley.
The first of the 228 Haitian nationals repatriated to Port-au-Prince, Haiti, left New Providence shortly after 8 o'clock Tuesday morning. The other charter flight departed earlier in the afternoon. Immigration Director William Pratt confirmed to ZNS News plans to have at least one flight heading to Haiti on a weekly basis for repatriation, in addition to placing the other foreign nationals on available commercial flights. Over $1 million has been spent on repatriation already for the year, and Mr. Pratt maintains, though, they won't be able to keep up with it much longer. Therefore, he is encouraging all foreign nationals who are here in the Bahamas illegally to leave on their own accord and not wait for the government to do so.
All persons who are residing or working in the Bahamas illegally would leave on their own. That, of course, would free up some resources for us. We wouldn't have to arrest them and repatriate them at our expense. So I would ask all persons living and working in the Bahamas illegally to leave forthwith.
Mr. Pratt recognizes the need for a new border patrol system, which would offer the department the ability to fingerprint migrants at the detention center. Ideally, he believes the system would be placed at the airport and the Carmichael Road Detention Center.
We would be able to photograph, fingerprint, and then they would be stored in our data. So we would have records stored on persons. So once they show up again, and we put the fingerprint, we'll be able to match and say, yes, you was here, even though they may try to give us another name.
In the meantime, Director Pratt revealed that 2 new dormitories will soon be operational at the detention center to avoid overcrowding. To date, 496 migrants are being housed at the center.
Well, it is not our intention to overcrowd the center. Unfortunately, some of those persons in the center came by boat, and so it add to what we had there that we had arrested on our own.
Mr. Pratt maintains the Immigration Department will be relentless in ensuring that all who live and work in the Bahamas are here legally. Sieska Adderley, ZNS Network News.
Well, the Haitian ambassador, His Excellency Antonio Rodriguez, expressing his concern tonight over what he perceives to be continued discrimination against some Haitians that are living and working in the Bahamas. The ambassador said he believes there is also disdain for those of Haitian descent, as they are often blamed for many of the social ills. He said Haitians have helped in the development of the Bahamas and is calling for all to unite.
The Haitians have contributed greatly to the development of the Bahamas, doing jobs Bahamians don't want to do. Now there's a situation, okay, I understand the economy is not going well, so all the blame are Haitian, like Haitian taking job. No, that doesn't happen. The job Haitians are doing, Bahamians don't want them. They have to understand that. And I really not happy when I heard those things. The talk show everywhere, people blaming Haitian. No. And when you see all the prejudice against Haitian, I have many Haitian. They have Bahamian. They have Bahamian passport, but because their name are like Joseph, Jean, etc., they have a job. They apply for a job. They're not going to take them. How can a country can tolerate this kind of prejudice against nationality, even though those people are today Bahamian.
Now, the ambassador stated that he is bothered by what he calls negative comments about Haitians in this country, many of whom he claims are simply victims of the law.
We have to try to integrate those people. They contribute to those people. When you see the kids going to school, they are doing good grade, 5 A's, a very good grade, and they cannot have scholarship. Why? Because, oh no, you're not entitled to that. That is for Bahamian who are not. The kids born here, raised here, go to school as everybody, and when he graduates from high school, all doors are closed for him. So that cannot be. There have to be some understanding. They are here to stay, and they are, the future of the country, contributing to the development of the country. When we see how many Bahamian formation descent are in position here, doing things at the parliament, at the office, everywhere. So those are not Haitian. They are not doing anything for Haiti. Sometimes they've never been for Haiti. How can you put a part of your society, of your country, aside? This is not human, and this is not Christian.
Well, Bahamians are reacting strongly to the remarks made by the ambassador. His Excellency Antonio Rodriguez was critical of the implementation of the new immigration policy. Arla Dawn Davis took to the streets today to gather some of the feedback made from those controversial comments.
I think you have to have heart. You have to have, humanity. But you have to address the situation of those kids born here.
It's this strong comment made by Haitian Ambassador Antonio Rodriguez during Monday's edition of the Bahamas Tonight that has outright offended many Bahamians who are now calling for the Haitian diplomat to be recalled immediately.
I think you need to go ahead, resign, send somebody else here who have some sort of sense who's going to be aiding our Prime Minister and assisting with the illegal population here.
In our country, we are doing them a favor. Right? And by doing them a favor, they're supposed to humble.
They need to go back where they're from, and they're too bigoty.
The Haitians have their country, the Bahamians have their country, and it is our country, and we could decide how we want to run our affairs.
Additionally, there are many Bahamians who feel that governments of the day took far too long to deal with this immigration problem, which has enabled illegal migrants to feel that they are more than equal in this country.
Take a little bit too long. From they burn the Bahamian flag, they're supposed to be deported out here.
How our government could give them privilege to have Flag Day in the Bahamas? On top of that, they've actually disfigured our flag by burning it. They also had parades for their various leaders in the Bahamas.
Immigration Minister Fred Mitchell recently revealed that it cost the government roughly $32,000 to repatriate illegal migrants to their homeland on a daily basis. And some Bahamians feel this should not be the government's responsibility.
When most of them come here, they've already gotten everything free. I mean, and some of them are they owned restaurants and fruit stands and all of this stuff. Why not have them pay their own ticket back?
He claims that they don't have no money to repatriate the Haitians, but then he comes back on TV a couple of days later and said they lost $20,000 in the safe. But you know how much Haitians they could repatriate back with that?
When you come into this country legal, then you have your children, they born here illegal. You understand? It becomes now a burden on the country that they exist in.
And while the public outcry on the Haitian ambassador's comments continue to mount even on social media, Immigration Department officials continue to spread the message that if you are not legally living or working here in the Bahamas, you must return to your homeland. LaDawn Davis, ZNS Network News.
Well, this just in from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. They are announcing through a press release that at the invitation of the Minister of Foreign Affairs, the Honorable Fred Mitchell, the ambassador for Haiti, His Excellency Antonio Rodriguez, went to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs headquarters this morning for a teleconferencing discussion on the ambassador's intervention in the press yesterday. Now, the release confirmed that there was an exchange of views with the ambassador on the matter, and it is hoped that in light of that exchange, that the necessity for such interventions by the ambassador will in the future be at a minimum. That's according to a statement from Foreign Affairs.
All right, and we're still talking this immigration crackdown. As of day one of the implementation of the immigration policy, a large number of social media sites have been flooded with posts by several foreign nationals expressing their displeasure with the manner in which children and their legal parents have been apprehended. Opposition Shadow Minister of Immigration and Foreign Affairs Hubert Shipman says he's deeply concerned about this process.
There's a way to do roundups. I don't think somebody should be wake up out of their bed in the middle of the night and just grab and throw on a bus or whatever. There's a way of conducting these things, whether you do it during the daytime or whether you have roadblocks or what have you. There is a way of doing it, and I think it should be done humanely. I think if we don't do it humanely, we're going to end up with a black eye in the international scene.
Well, the Democratic National Alliance issuing a release on the need for a firm and fair immigration policy. Leader Branville McCartney recommends the government focus on a bipartisan approach to formulating a clear and concise immigration policy, one that should target not only illegals but those who harbor, aid and abet them as well. The DNA also suggests that government enact legislation which would enable the swift prosecution of those Bahamians found harboring illegal, or those people who are here illegally.
Well, observers are keeping a close eye on the new developments in immigration, and social media reflects that. While some applaud the government's efforts to curb this vexing problem, others are critical, calling the process inhumane. In this report, Sieska Adderley takes a look at the opinions that are going viral.
Social media has been in overdrive since government put its new immigration policy into effect over the weekend, with immigration officials conducting a routine interdiction exercise which resulted in 77 foreign nationals being apprehended. Commentators did not hide their feelings on the issue. Here's what some of them said. It's funny how a little country surrounded by water could be so stupid, cold, and heartless. Yes, people, I'm saying it loud and clear. Send all of my Haitians back home, and then may God use that same surrounding water to perish those evil people with a tsunami. The Bahamas is doing the right thing with this immigration issue. The war has started on Haitian Bahamian kids today in Nassau, Bahamas. We need to help these children and their families. We cannot sit back and allow this mess to continue. Video of the roundup exercise went viral, even surfacing up on regional and international websites. On mycaribbeanscoop.com, a video was posted showing children being put on immigration buses headed to the detention center. One leader in the Haitian Bahamian community called on Haitian Bahamians to boycott local businesses who do not support Haitians. The Haitian Bahamian community is also looking to mount a protest on Bay Street following Saturday's roundup exercise. But the chatter did not stop there, and we expect it to continue for some time to come. Sieska Adderley, ZNS Network News.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Shell Ultra Low Sulfur Diesel.